Hello, beautiful Scorpio. How are you? I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm here to do your July 2024 tarot reading. I am Elena Valdez, and I hope that you are preparing here, being that we're already halfway through the year. Can you believe that? That's pretty darn wild. I can't believe it. July. That's crazy. Anyhow, we are going to jump in here and we're going to start with your potential challenge for the month of July. Then we'll go into the opportunity for joy for you, and we'll ask for some advice. And at the end of the reading, we will pull an oracle card, and we will also ask a yes or no for a question that you've been needing a yes or no answer to. All right, so think about what you want to ask at the end. Write it down, set it aside, we'll come back to it. All right, so for your potential challenge, and remember, Scorpio, this is potential because you have the ability to shift energy, right? So at the time that you come to this reading, yes, the energies of this reading might be what they are, but you have free will and you have the power in all of this, and you're able to change the energy, okay? All right, with that said, let's start. Potential challenge, we've got the Muse of Materials, the Justice card, and the Star. Ooh, so already out of the gate, beautiful Scorpio, there's a difficulty here that you may be experiencing in July with accessing some fairness and also keeping your hope and your inspiration, as well as the fairness in things, right? And really keeping true to your own personal needs, your own balance as an individual and who you are, but also your own hopes and trust in the universe and in all things that inspire you. Here with the Muse of Materials, this is potentially a new opportunity to create some concreteness in an area of your life. I'm feeling here, beautiful Scorpio, with Justice and the Star. Both of these cards, so Justice may also represent the sign of Libra, and the Star may also represent the sign of Aquarius. These are two very airy energies, okay? And with Muse of Materials smack in the middle, there's a potential, there are two storylines that I'm picking up here. Okay, the first one is that there's something here that you are advancing in materially. Now, it may be new, but not new, not totally new. Like maybe there's a piece of this thing that you currently do out in the world materially. So it could be in your purpose, it can be in your career, potentially it can be a new opportunity, but it's something that you already do, but you're adding layers to this. You see how, and I know it's kind of tough to see with my camera here, but the imagery here is there are two individuals sitting here kind of welcoming this person walking up the staircase. There's this staircase that's leading into this other world of light, other world of potential is what that is. And the Muse of Materials is very much the card of potential when it comes to all things material, all things tangible, income, financial, but it's also about the physicality, how we feel in our bodies. But more than that, it's about making things realistic, concrete, stable, and sturdy. So with Justice and the Star here, smack in the middle of this energy, right? So that we have these two energies, like right here. We have the Muse of Materials, and then we have Justice and the Star, like right there, cushioning this energy. That tells me, Scorpio, that there's a little bit more brain power that's going to be required to balance this potential for more stability. And this brain power is not just any typical brain power. The brain power is truly accessing, especially with the Star here. You see how she has a light here in her crown chakra? She's like, and it's her third eye. She's like accessing that energy that from the beyond, right? From our protectors, our guardians, our ancestors, our source, our divine, God, whatever it is that you believe in, right? Universe. But more importantly than that, it's our inner faith and our inner trust in something, that something is going to work out. Some of you are going to need to really be cautious and careful with any contractual elements to this new thing that you're doing. I do feel like you guys are adding on to something that you're already doing. There's something, and it was brought by faith. You had to have trust to bring this into the current 3D space that you are in. You may be coming together and working with either a Libra or an Aquarius or both. These may be two energies that you're working together with to make something very concrete come to be. Okay, that's a potential here. But alternatively, the energies here also symbolize being in this space of being aware that what we do during this time frame has karmic implications, okay? Being aware that we can do things in all fairness and in the up and up, and trusting that those things will still come to fruition and work out. Like, we don't need to be funny and shady, right? Not here, not with the Justice card. The Justice card very much requires that we come from an ethical space. The reason I'm emphasizing that, Scorpio, is because it did come in the challenge position, okay? So you may be confronted with a situation that tests that from you, that tests your ethics, that tests your ability to be fair. And sometimes people don't always do things in the up and up because they don't have faith and hope and really believe that source, that what we've put into something is going to come through, right? Or that the payoff is what I want to say, of what we've put into something is going to actually come through. But there is a beautiful opportunity here that you're slowly walking towards and upward into. This is not feeling like a relationship read so far, but who knows? We'll open it up and see. Let's see what the opportunity for joy is for you, beautiful Scorpio. Beautiful Scorpio. All right. I did post a regular June reading as well as a mid-month, if you haven't already gotten a chance to check that out. And I will be posting a mid-July as well. And if you haven't done so already, beautiful Scorpio, and if you like my content, please subscribe, like, comment. It helps my channel tremendously, and I would 1000% appreciate you for that. All right, let's see what your opportunity for joy here in the month of July. The Seven of Materials. Okay, yeah, so there is something that you need to really, oh yeah, you're working with some people on this. Yeah, it's going to stress you out a little bit too, giving that trust to others. Yeah, okay, so this is definitely purpose-driven with the Seven of Materials popping up here. So this is the similar as the Seven of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And then you have the Four of Inspiration. Look at how yummy that is. This is about working soulfully with other people to make something happen and to build stability. And then you have the Nine of Voices. So this is the Nine of Swords. So there is a sense here. It's about trust, Scorpio. This is about trust. You're being asked, there's something significant that you're either already worked on, that you're working on, or that for some of you, this is going to be business. Others of you, this is a project. Others of you, this is a career. Others of you, it's like a new idea, going into a new space where you're going to be building with new people. It could be a soulful community. It can be spiritual. For others of you, it's literally where you go and you earn your money. Apply it how it best resonates for you. But what's tremendously important here, beautiful Scorpio, is that whatever this new material, tangible opportunity is, it's going to require fairness, trust. It's going to require building with others and doing it with the assistance of others. And you are having a difficult time trusting that process. And it may be because in the past, maybe something didn't pan out because you worked with other people. Maybe there was like something that happened that was unjust. Maybe you were unjust or they were unjust. And so because of that, someone dropped the ball, right? And now you're in this place where you're able to, it's almost like you're having second chances in some area, or even if it's not a second chance to do the same thing, it might just be an opportunity to do something completely new, but the feeling feels similar. That feeling of having to kind of trust your idea or your energy to other people involved is difficult. And you're having difficulty with that, Scorpio, here in July. Now, for some of you, this is something that you've already started working on in June here into July. For others of you, this is something that if you're not already doing this in July, it's going to start popping up here towards the end. But in any case, I think what's important here to really help with this distrust and unease about working with others is to not only because I know it's not always going to be under your control, but if you can control it, trying to work with people that you absolutely align with, even if you disagree, right? Because you can disagree with people that you are aligned with, that are ethical like you, that we're going to follow things ethically, soulfully, right? You can disagree all you want. That's fine. Versus working with people who agree with everything, people please, and they're not really aligned with you and they're not really ethical. They're just kind of giving you, and I feel like that's what happened before here in some area of your life, whatever this is that's repeating. But you do have an opportunity here to create something wonderful in the essence of purpose, career, income, that kind of thing. Okay. All right. Let's get some advice for you. Let me move this over. Advice for Scorpio for the month of July. What is the advice for our beautiful Scorpio? Let me do that again. All right. Two of Voices, the Hermit, and the Knight of Inspirations. Okay, this is perfect. Here, so we've got the Two of Voices, which is the Two of Swords, the Hermit, and the Knight of Inspiration. Okay, Scorpio, do not make any decisions until it's a hell yes, okay? Because the Two of Voices is here, which is about confusion, not really sure what direction to take, not really trusting, not really know if the people are telling you the truth or whether or not you should tell them the truth. You're going to be required here in whatever area this is for you, you're going to be required to absolutely block the noise out and not agree to anything. Do not move forward towards anything until you absolutely feel in your soul that it is correct. Now, Scorpio, you are the BS meter, right? Like you can smell BS miles away, okay? So if there is an inkling, now there's a difference, right? What's that saying like that? Like intuition and paranoia, it's such a thin line between intuition and paranoia, right? And the thing with Scorpio, and I say this lovingly, and this is a generality, and I also feel like I'm qualified to speak of this because I am a Scorpio moon. And one of the things about any Scorpio placements is that we do have the gift of sniffing out BS or sniffing out energies that are not correct, or something is off. But sometimes we also, in that same sentence, have the potential of falling into paranoia, okay? And that's all connected to distrust, all of that. So that's a very thin line, right? So because you had some experience here in the past that didn't go so well, that made you kind of distrust this process that you're going in with people moving forward, it's going to be absolutely important for you, especially, that you do not make any move in that confused state until you know. It can't be a maybe. It has to be a hell yes. This also applies in reverse from other people. And here's the thing, Scorpios don't typically take a situation, if other people aren't fully in anyway, right? But something's happening here in July. Something's happening here in July that has the potential of just kind of getting by if we don't really stop and really question 1000%, do we really feel up and ready for this? And I do feel that you're very close to working with the right people, or whether it's in a spiritual manner. For some of you, this may be relationship potentially. For others of you, this is about family, some family dynamic thing. But more than that, this is about a purpose. This is about some kind of thing you're working on, that's either about your income, your career, your purpose, your drive, your inspiration, your art, that kind of thing, okay? And there is a need here with the advice being the Two of Voices, the Hermit, and the Knight of Inspiration, is that your decision is going to come away from others, because others are going to try to convince you why they're the right so-and-so, why they're the right partner, why they're the right business partner, why they're the right lover, why they're the right whatever person in your family to be on your will, why they're the right employer, why they are the right group to work on this project with, the right artist, the right illustrator, the right blah, 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 fill in the blank, okay? And that's going to create confusion. You're not going to come up with the answer of which way to go until you're by yourself. And then all of a sudden, when you least expect it, damn, boom, the Knight of Inspiration appears. You're going to know. You're going to know which direction to go, Scorpio, okay? So just stay firm with that. Do not let anybody rush you with their agendas of why they think things are right, why they think they are right. Please. You know better what works for you. All right, honey, now let's grab you an oracle from the Sacred Creators Oracle. This little guy right here. My favorite. All right, so I think well, I was about to say something, but it might be a little too morbid. Well, maybe I'll say it. Oh, you're Scorpio. You appreciate morbid. I think I haven't decided if when I go, if I want to be cremated or buried. But if I'm buried, I think I'm going to want to go with like this deck. I know, that's pretty morbid. Oh my goodness. You appreciate that though, Scorpio. All right, what is the most important message that Scorpio needs to hear from this deck, Spirit? From this deck, what is the most important message for Scorpio? Already? That was fast. Are you sure? Let's see. Your past supports your future. So yeah, and I think this goes hand in hand with this. There is something that happened here in the future regarding this matter. Okay, there is something that happened here in the future regarding this matter that is kind of reminding you of certain things. But remember, you learned. You learned that the scenario doesn't have to play out in the same way as that last time, because you learned from that. Okay, so yes, your past supports your future, but it doesn't mean, but that can very well mean that that's going to help you make a better decision this time because you learned. I'm going to quickly read. Oh, and by the way, it's an 11. I'm going to quickly read the key element words, the essential meanings. The ability to draw on past experience, the toolkit of knowledge that you have collected, a time to enjoy the work you've done, things coming to fruition, intentionally weaving the future. Justice and karma. Are you kidding me? Justice and karma, finally getting what you deserve. Remember, this is what came up right away first, justice and karma. Remember, justice and karma works both ways, okay? So, beautiful Scorpio. Oh yeah, your yes and no. So yes and no. Think of the yes and no. Think of the question that you require a yes or no answer to, and I will pull a card. So think of it. The Spirit is the answer for Scorpio. A yes or no. Yes or no. For a beautiful Scorpio. Is it a yes? It's a no. And it came by way of the moon, La Luna. The reason it's a no, beautiful Scorpio, is because there's something about the question that you asked. And again, the question did not need to be pertaining to this thing here that we're doing or talking about. It can, but it didn't need to be. I probably should have said that first. But anyway, the reason it's a no is because there's a part of this issue or topic that you asked about that could potentially be illusion or not very clear or not fully developed in information or the pieces of the puzzle that you need to know to really ask the question. Hope that makes sense, but it's a no. All right, beautiful Scorpio, I hope that was helpful. And if it was, please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. I'm a small, tiny little channel, and I would greatly appreciate your support. All right, lovely. Hope to find you here soon again. Bye.